Tyson Compton here from the Cabell Huntington Convention and Visitors Bureau. Not long ago, it was Huntington, West Virginia, who was known as one of the unhealthiest cities in America. How did that go for you?
Well, how did it go for most of us? It was just aggravating. But you know what? I was thinking about that on the way over this morning. It's like it's hard not to get angry when something like that happens, but why not sort of rechannel that anger into something positive? Because if it's happening, if it's going to happen, there's not a whole lot we can do about that except work to make it better so that it doesn't happen again.
Mm-hmm. And also recently we found ourselves back in the news. Didn't seem to me to be as big as the unhealthy story, but it was big enough that you were on my brother's radio program in Portland, Oregon.
Yes.
I gave my brother your telephone number, and you were a star all across the West Coast, as a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, talking about, once again, we are known as the saddest, is that right?
Yes, it was. And it was really interesting, when I investigated that a little further. Supposedly, this company did interviews with 300 people in our area, and they asked them questions such as, were you treated fairly by everyone you encountered yesterday? Mm-hmm. So I guess maybe everyone they talked to wasn't treated so fairly. I don't know.
Hey, we did just come up with an idea, by the way. You were talking about bringing river boating back.
Yes.
And having folks being able to take a boat ride on the Ohio River. And remember, of course, I have a boat. It only holds 8, but if you ever need to borrow it, if it's some weekend, if you've got some tourists coming in, I'll be glad to swing by and pick them up and take them a little boat ride.
Now, are you being serious? Because I'll hold you to that.
Sure, why not? It gives you an excuse to get out.
Actually, that's an excursion we could sell. I mean, where else can you go and take a boat ride with, Miller in the Morning?
I'm telling you what. So yeah, I'll open that up to you. If you have a tourist that comes in that just has to take a boat ride. Just give me a call and we'll work it out.
Okay.
Very minimal cost. Okay. Just chip in for the gas and we'll be all right.
We'll do that.
By the way, I mentioned your website earlier this morning. It has been revamped and it is gorgeous. And we should point out the fact that if you ever want to know really what's going on in the area, your website's got it.
Yes, and we're continuing to add information to that. We were membership based before, so for somebody to be listed on our website, they had to join the CVB and pay a membership fee. But we realize that we need to promote as much as we can for folks and let them know about everything there is to see and do here. So we're expanding those listings, and there's no charge for that.
Absolutely. So if folks wanted to get in your website, what would they do?
They would call the CVB at 525-7333 or email me, Tyson, at wvvisit.org, and we'll add them to the site.
Absolutely. And I should point out the website again that the folks would want to see is what?
wvvisit.com.
Almost caught you off guard. It's funny when you
it's
say
early, JB.
When you say the CVB, I keep thinking if you tell people that, like late at night or something, or they're half listening, they think you work for the Charlie Daniels Band, don't they?
Well, it gets a lot of. In fact, my little nephew, who's like 7 and loves reruns of Get Smart, when he heard that I was working for the Convention and Visitors Bureau, he asked my brother, "Is Uncle Tyson a spy?"
I love it. Tyson Compton from the Cabell Huntington Convention and Visitors Bureau. You'll find his writings in Bridges magazine as well, and you'll see him all about town. Be sure to tell him that you heard him on the radio today, will you? Tyson, good to see you again. We'll see you real soon.
Great. Thanks for having me.